Too many people have held themselves back from making videos because they were worried that the equipment would be too expensive. So today we're talking about how you can make videos with less than $100. Let's get right into it. If you're new here, my name is Liz and I help coaches and consultants add video to their business. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my future content. Now, as I always tell my clients and my students, the most important thing at the beginning of your video journey is developing camera confidence. To be able to turn on your camera and speak to it in a way that's coherent and concise and interesting for your audience is a skill that you need to build up first. This is before you go out and buy expensive equipment. Because if you're unable to actually convey your message with confidence to the camera, then no amount of equipment is going to help you. So therefore, I really recommend that you start out with minimal tools, and with just then less than $100, you can actually have everything that you need to start making videos. That way you can start building your confidence on camera, making sure that your delivery is really strong without having to spend a lot of money right away at the beginning. So let's jump right into it. Now, the first thing that you need, obviously, is a recording device. Sometimes people go out and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on a DSLR, but at the beginning of your journey, in fact, you only need your smartphone. I still use my smartphone to this day because nowadays the cameras on smartphones are really good and you can get great output from them. Two things to keep in mind if you are starting with your smartphone. One is, as your phone gets older, the quality of the videos and the photos will start to degrade. So in fact, you'll only be really happy with your video creations if your phones are 3 years or more recent than that. After that point, then the quality of the camera actually starts to get a little bit more poor than you might like. That's one thing to keep in mind. The second thing to keep in mind is that your smartphone actually has cameras at the front and the back. So if you hold your phone and have it more selfie style, then that means you'll be using the camera that's at the front. On the other hand, if you flip over your smartphone and you use the camera that is at the back of your phone, that's the one that actually has a little better quality. So try to use that one instead of the front selfie camera. That way, even if your phone is a couple of years old, that back camera is still going to get good quality for you when you are shooting your videos. And since most of you probably already have a smartphone, none of this is going to be any additional expense for you. The next thing to think about is how you're going to stabilize your recording device. So I always recommend that you go and buy a tripod. You can order one on Amazon and it'll arrive at your house within a day or two. You can get a good adjustable tripod nowadays for less than $30, which means that you can adjust it to different heights and you can use it in different places. This is really handy because that way you can just put your smartphone on the tripod and then you don't have to worry about it. You can be relatively hands-free. If you don't want to get that type of taller stand-up tripod, you could even invest in a small mini desk tripod. So this will just sit on your desk and then you can put your phone in here and then you can just talk to the camera like this. It's really convenient. It just sits on your desk. You can even throw it into a bag and take it somewhere with you. This one is even less than $20. Now, if you're not prepared to invest in a tripod right now, instead of that, you can even just stack a couple of books and then rest your smartphone against that so it doesn't topple over and then record that way. In that case, you won't even have that expense. The next thing to think about is lighting. The most affordable way to do this is to walk around your house and find a room that has a window. Window light will always give you the most natural and flattering look. Usually people can get away with just this type of light without having to add anything else. If you stand directly in front of your window, that might be too much light. Instead of that, stand at a 45-degree angle and you will get just the right amount of light to just give some brightness to this area so that you can make your videos. If you don't have a room that has a window, you can always just grab any lamp that is already in your home and then turn that on, and that will be your light source. If neither of those two things work, that's when you can think about buying something like a ring light, which is very affordable. Nowadays, you can get a ring light for less than $25. Try to get one that has an adjustable stand so that you can adjust it to the right height that it will shine the light onto your face. And look and see if you can get one with adjustable light tones to it. Sometimes it will come with a pack of 3 different filters. That way you can adjust the tones, meaning a cool tone or a warm tone light, so that it suits your skin tone better and it just looks more realistic when it's on camera. So remember, if you're using a window or a lamp you already have at home, then you won't even have any expense. Or you might spend maximum $20, $25 to get yourself one ring light, and then that will last you a really long time. The next thing that you want to think about is your audio. If your video doesn't have clear sound to it, then people are going to hesitate to listen. Now there's two things you can do here. If you want, you can shoot your videos with your smartphone at a really close distance so that you won't even need an additional microphone, because the built-in microphone of your phone is going to pick up your voice perfectly fine. In that way, you can avoid purchasing a microphone altogether. Or if you want a really affordable option, you can get something like this, which is a clip-on lavalier mic. This one has a 10-foot wire, so I can shoot my videos from any distance that I like, and it clips right into my smartphone. I can just clip it here to the edge of my shirt, and that way my voice will get picked up and it'll go directly into my phone and feed into my video. It is so handy and it is so easy to use. Not only that, but you can get one for just about $20 and it will last you for years. And last but not least, in order to make videos, you need to have some way to edit them. So if you're starting to make your videos on your smartphone, then it's as easy as downloading an app to your smartphone and you can do all of your edits on there. My all-time favorite app is called InShot, and I pay about 18 Canadian dollars per year for that. There's also a free version, but you won't have as many features, and you'll also have a watermark. So to make professional videos, you actually should get rid of that watermark. $18 per year is really affordable for an app that can do so many things. I created the first 50 videos that I ever used for my YouTube channel just by editing with InShot. I still use InShot today. The features are just so handy. You can trim, you can split your clips, you can add transitions, music, text, special effects. You can even change the dimensions of your videos so that they can be square or vertical. It is just so handy to have an app like InShot on your phone. Or another app that you can consider is called CapCut. CapCut is really handy for one reason, and that is it allows you to auto-generate captions to your videos. And that can be really useful when you're creating short form content like Reels or for TikTok. Otherwise, CapCut and InShot have a lot of the same features. So you can check and see what is available in your country, check the price of this, and then invest in one of those. On the other hand, if you feel like you want to do your editing on your laptop, the first and best thing to do is start out with the editing softwares that already come preloaded for free on your laptop. If you have a Windows computer, you probably have Windows Movie Maker. Or if you have a Mac, you probably have iMovie. Both of those softwares allow you to do all of the things that you need to do in the early stages. You can create titles, add music, change the volume, change the speed, add other picture-in-picture, do neat transitions, add backgrounds, all of the things that you would want to do. So before you invest in a really expensive software that might take you time to actually learn how to use, start using the stuff that you have on your laptops already. That way there's no extra expense and you can just get some experience with editing so that later you can up-level those videos and have a more polished production. Now, as I always say, your audience is there for the content. And in fact, the video doesn't get better just because of the equipment you buy. It gets better because of you. If you are expressing your idea really clearly, you've thought about topics that your audience wants to hear about, and you've structured your video in a way that it's interesting for your audience, they will return over and over to watch them. On the other hand, if you haven't worked on that, and instead you're trying to get the best equipment that you can find, no level of equipment is going to help solve that problem. Camera confidence, camera technique, camera delivery is the most important critical first step of getting on camera and using video for your business. If you're not really sure how to get started with this, be sure to join my next free live webinar where I will help show you the first 3 steps that you need to know to start your journey with video. Just look in the description below for the sign up link. And if you liked today's video, I hope that you will give it a like. Don't forget to share it and subscribe so that you never miss any of my future content. So until next time, take care.